Hi friends, I am Vikas from LearnDreamSkill.com and you are welcome to the LearnDreamSkill.com. And today we are going to discuss one of the good topic if you are looking forward to learn the SaaS. So mainly that topic is how you can just set up the SaaS into your system. So like whenever we are working in any company, so you will just find this kind of SaaS. So this as is, I would say, paid license software. So you will not be able to get it as it free of cost. So whereas for learning purpose, we are having the another SaaS as well, and that is the SaaS University Edition. So that is what we are just going to discuss. So like how you can just set up the university edition. So whenever you are just learning this SaaS, so you will just use the university edition, and once you are just hired in the company, you will just start working on this kind of SaaS because you will not find that university edition in the any organization wherever you just start working. So now how we can start setting up the university edition into our system? Let's discuss that. So first you need to go to the Google and you need to say download SAS University Edition. And then you will just find the one page here. Then you just click over here and then you will just see that it has just redirected us to the website. So before doing so, you need to mainly register on this SAS website as well. You can just see that I have already registered on this SAS website. So it is just saying hi Vikas. Whereas whenever you are just doing it first time, so first go to the SAS website and then just register, provide your username and password, whatever you just want to keep, and then go to your email ID as well because they SAS will just send you a email to your email ID to verify that. And once that is verified, you will be able to log in into the website. So now suppose you are already logged in and now we are just following the process. So now we can have three types of systems. So either we can have the Windows, Mac or Linux. So I'll be just explaining this with the help of Windows. So like we are just using the Windows here. I'm just having the Windows 10. So I'll just click on the Windows 10. Then it is just showing here like before you begin, you should have this configuration and one of these browser because like whenever we are just using the university edition says, so it will not open as independent software as you just see this says. It will just open in the browser either in the Internet Explorer, Mozilla or the Google Chrome. Okay, and then it is just asking you need to have at least Windows 7, but Windows 7 is gone now. So you can have Windows 8, 8.1 or Windows 10. So usually everybody is just having Windows 10 right now, but you can have anything. And then you should have 64-bit hardware system and minimum 1 GB of RAM. So let me first show you my system configuration as well quickly. So you just see here I'm just having this laptop here. This laptop is just having the 16 cores and it is i7. Then I'm just having 16 GB RAM and I'm just having around 3 TB hard drive. So it is 2 TB of hard drive, Samsung Evo. Then it is one 500 GB hard drive, Samsung 970. Then I'm just having one another hard drive which is the 250 GB hard drive. So I'm not having any issue. So same way, like if your system is having 4 GB of RAM only, then you may face issue. So you will have to expand your system RAM. So like if you are having the system with DDR3 RAM, so you can just expand RAM by going to any hardware shop. In India, mainly we can just buy 8 GB RAM by paying around 3,700 rupees. So now RAMs are just coming at cheaper rate. And if you are having DDR4, so you can buy that as well around at 5,000 rupees. So we are done with that. Now what we need to do? We need to set up. So it is just saying download the virtualization software, VirtualBox, and create the my folder in your system. So VirtualBox means like let me just show you what VirtualBox it is just talking about. So I'm just already having the VirtualBox installed here. You can just see Oracle VM VirtualBox. So I'm just having already installed in my system, and because I just run two virtual machine, I just run Windows 10 virtual machine and the Ubuntu as well. Whereas whenever you will be just doing it first time, so you can just go to the Google. Let me just try to click here. It may just show us. No, it is not showing to giving any option to download the virtual machine. See here, it is just showing. So when I just clicked on the setup, it is just showing download VirtualBox for the Windows. So you can just click here, and now it will just take you to download the, see here. So we are here at the VirtualBox website, and then from here you can just download it. So if you are having the Windows, so you just click here. If you are having the Mac, you just click here, and for the Linux, you just click here. So suppose I'm just clicking for the Windows, so it started downloading. So I'll just cancel it because I'm having it installed already. So I can just close it. So once you just download it, let me just show you. So it is just getting downloaded. Within 6 seconds, it will be downloaded. It is the first requirement. So it is done. Then you need to go to the show in folder, and from here you just click, and then you need to simply say yes, yes, and yes, and then finish. So it will be installed. So I'm just canceling it. I'm just canceling it. I don't want to install it because I'm just already having it installed. Now we can just close it. Now we can go to the step 2. So here we need to install or first download the SAS University Edition V app. So you just see here, you just click on this button. So it will just take you to the another tab, and it will just start downloading. So save, downloaded several time. Okay. So right now I have already downloaded it. So it is just showing that our record indicate your SAS user profile has downloaded this software several times. If you are having trouble, then please contact us. So this way it is just showing, and you can just click here to continue to download. So I'm just clicking here. So it will just start downloading. See here. So now it has started downloading that setup. It is around 2.3 GB, and it is just showing around 5 minutes to download. And I'm just canceling it because I don't want to download it. So I have just cancelled it. And then I need to open my system and go to the E drive and SAS University edition. So you can just see here, this is the, I would say, SAS VF which will be downloaded into your system. So I have just created one folder in my E drive saying SAS University edition, and I have just kept this machine here. And then I have just created one more folder which is my folders. You can just see this. See this folder name, my folders. Then let's go to the, so we are done with this. Now we need to configure it. So to configure, import SAS University Edition into the VirtualBox. So we will just open our VirtualBox, and we need to follow these steps only. Then launch VirtualBox and select the file and import appliance. So just click here and import appliance. Then from here, import the virtual application window and click folder icon to right of the field. Then select the SAS University Edition.ova file and click open. So I will just click on this button. Then we will just go to the E Drive University Edition and this app. Open. Then say next. Then import. Then click import in the appliance setting. So we are getting the appliance setting here, and we need to say import. So it is just see here, it is just taking two processor from my system, Red Hat and RAM 1 GB. So we need to do nothing. We just say import. So it is just importing the SAS system into the virtual machine. So you also need to follow this step because it is the first and basic step and crucial step as well. Because if you are not able to install this SAS into your system, then how you will exercise? So it is done. You can just see that we have got the SAS University here. Then in the virtual box, select the SAS University Edition V app and then machine and setting. So we need to click, select this and we need to say setting. Then you just see here in the navigation pane, select the shared folder. In the navigation pane, shared folder, see this folder. Okay. Then click add. So what we need to do? We need to say click add this button. Then you just see here in the select box, you just open the SAS University Edition folder and select the My folder. Subfolder you created in the step 1, which we just created here. SAS appliance. I just where that was. Okay. So before just creating that, you can just follow that step as well. As I have already told you, before downloading, you just create SAS University Edition anywhere and just create My folders. So this way you will be able to do it. So now what we need to do, we will just follow that. So what it is just saying, add select other folder and in this select folder, open University Edition in the shared folder path others. See here in the add share window, it is just saying others and then click on the desktop and go to E drive and then go to the University Edition and My folder and select folder. Okay, then select My folder created in the shared tab, read only. Select read only is not selected. Confirm that read only is not selected. Okay, so why it is just saying, so if it is selected then we need to uncheck it. That is what it is saying here. Then select auto mount. So we will just say auto mount if available and then say OK. Okay, and then we need to say OK. So configuration is done. Then it is just saying how we can just use it. So we need to say in the virtual machine select the virtual University Edition SAS University Edition V app and then select the machine and start. So I just come here and I just click this and I say start. So it is just running. So it is just starting. We can just minimize it and then what it is just saying after start it might take few minutes to virtual machine to start. So we don't be frustrated if you just see this kind of I would say window. And so mainly based on system configuration to configuration it may take a bit more time compared to my system, or if you are having more faster system than my system, so it will just run faster in your system. Then in the browser on the local computer enter this. So I will just select this. So once it just runs, and what it is just saying, when virtual machine is running, screen of the SAS logo is replaced with black console. Okay, so like right now you just see we are having the SAS logo. So what it is just saying, when virtual machine is just running, see here, when virtual machine is running, SAS logo is replaced with the black console screen. As you just see here, we have got the black console screen and you can minimize this window, but do not close welcome window until you are ready to end your session. So now it is just running, don't close this, you can just mainly minimize it and you just go to any tab and just type that path which I just copied and you will just see that now we will just get the SAS window, and then we need to say start SAS Studio. As you just see here, start SAS Studio. So I have just clicked here. So now it will just show us the SAS signing in. So it will just sign in here and initializing, and so we don't need to close it. Okay. So now you can just see we are having the SAS setup in our system. Okay. Now one more thing. So if we are working in this SAS, so path will be different, and if we are working in this SAS, so path will be different. Whereas code, whatever code we are just we want to run, we will just find same codes here. So if you just see, we are having these libraries here. This library, you just see library. You just see favorite folder. You will just see the different kind of folders here because it is the university edition, and we are having the SAS installed into our system. So this look and feel is different between both, but all the functionality will run same way. Okay. So how we can just identify that? So SAS setup. So we are having one folder here. You just see data sets. So we can just drag this folder. See, we are having this data. So we can drag this and drop here in the my folder. Okay. Now you just see whenever we were just we were expanding it, we were not able to see any folder. If I just refresh it, so see, we are having the dataset folder as well. Okay. So whatever data we just want to use into this AS, so what we need to do, we need to keep those folders into the my folders. And let me just come here. So we are having, see, we are having this folder here. So you do not delete these folders as well. So let me just zoom in. Do not delete these folders which are starting from dot and these folders, because these are the SAS files. If you will delete anything, so your SAS University Edition will not run, and it is your folder which where you just you are having your files. So see, like we are having these files. If we just want to import, we can import. So these are the CSV files. So what we can do, we can come here in the SAS, and you just see all the files are visible here. So we can just simply see the properties of this folder, and this is the path. And so how we will import, we will just say proc import data file equals to this, and then I'll just import this churn.csv and dbms equals to csv replace and run. So what this code is just doing, proc import, and it is the data file name. So this file is there in the path. So like as if you just come here in the system, so we are having this path this way, E drive, SAS University Edition, and my folder and the dataset. Whereas in this virtual machine, you will have to use this path. So keep everything into the my folder, and then you will be having the multiple folders placed in the my folder, and then you need to click on the folder, right click and properties, and you can just copy that path. So proc import will just import this file, and where it will just create, it will just say out equals to churn, and now we can simply select it and run the code. So you just see here we are having the code window. So this code window is equivalent to this code window. Let me just write the same code here. Proc import. So this says can import from anywhere. Import data file from, then I'll just copy this path itself, and then I'll just say churn.csv, and then I'll just say out equals to churn. Okay. Then I'll say dbms equals to csv dot, sorry, csv and replace and then run and select this and press F3. So code will just run. So see, code is just running and it has just imported the file. See, so let me just say back. So now where this file has been created. So this file by default has been created into the work library. So in this SAS, you just go to the library and then work. So you just see churn. See, we are having this data set. We are having this data. Okay. So same way, you just come here in the libraries and in the libraries, you just see work library. You just see this churn data. You just click here. You can just see same way. We are having the same data set imported here. So view is different, whereas you are able to see the same data as we are having here. Okay. So that is why I was just saying SAS is mainly free to learn, but it is paid for the companies. And so you just learn it, and whenever you will just get the job, so company will just pay for that. You will not have to pay for that. So like don't listen anybody else whosoever is just saying that you just learn Python because it is free and SAS is paid, so you don't learn that. Because for learning purpose, everything is free. And for no company mainly charge you for the software. Okay, so we can just close this. Now let me just show you few more thing. So whenever we just write code, so we are having the editor window in this as. So same way we are having this code window into this as. And then once we just ran our code, we are having the log window which just shows us like how which code we just ran. So see here, it is just showing same uh, and then it is just showing like we just imported this file and there were 3333 records read and this much rows created into the work.churn data set, and this is the time which SAS took. Same way you can just see here as well, we are having the log window here as well. So see, you will just see same output here. Okay, you can just compare as well. Let me just make it this way. See here, there is no change. See this, see here, state, account. So it will just perform all the operations same. Okay, only look and feel is different. Then we are having the result window. So right now we are not having anything into the result window. Same way we are having result window here. So you just see it is blank. So like whenever we just run any report, so let me just show you. Let me just show you one more window first. We are having this as we are having the output data as well. So output data is nothing but it is the whenever you just import any thing, it will just show you the, I would say, data which we have just already imported. So we have just discussed one window which is code window, log window and result window. Then we are having the libraries as well, which is same as we are having this explorer window. Okay, so in the explorer window we are having these libraries. So in this as we are having this is equivalent to the explorer window. Okay, then let me just come here and let me just close this data set. So I will just run proc print and run. So I'm not giving any data set name here, so it will just run the previously created data set. So I'm just pressing F3 after selecting this. So now it will just run and give me output into the output window. And see, one proc print has been added to the result window. See here, in the result window we have got one proc print added and we have got our output in the result viewer. See here. Okay. So same way, if we just come here to the SAS and code and then we just say the print, we just say proc print and run and we just click on this running man. So you will just see result in the results window. So it is just running. So it runs bit slower compared to the SAS. Okay, because it is just taking lesser space, it is just running on 1 GB space only. So whenever you are working in this SAS, you just use the smaller data set. So it is still running. See, it ran successfully, and now you just see here in the result window we have got our output. Same way we are having the result window, and you just see this result window here as well. So same way it is just showing result, print, this as system and data set, and you just see here table of content, print, and the data set work dot churn. So that is how we can just work in the SAS University Edition. So whatever I would say commands we can run here in the SAS system, you can just run same commands here in the University Edition as well. And like whenever we will be just teaching the SAS, or like we have just prepared course, our SAS course using this SAS window, which is the actual SAS. Uh, and then what you need to do, you need to run all the commands whatever we have explained here in the University Edition. So this way you will just see like how we work in the company scenario as well, and you will be able to exercise as well. Okay, so if you will keep explaining using this University Edition, so you will not see actual scenario as well, whatever you just follow in the company. Okay, so that is what I just wanted to explain today. To install this as University Edition, and kindly comment if you are just having any issue or query or question, and please follow and hit the like button if you just like. So I'll just say goodbye guys.